Michael, you're weird. You wouldn't shut up about your brother's divorce. There's something wrong with you, and you wonder why you're still single.
How dare you come up on here looking for a relationship when I can see your sphincter on the internet for everyone to see, where I can see you popping your ussy in white boy frat houses on your profile. If you're choosing to date these women and they have a proclivity to or utilize social media as content of your life, just understand that privacy is king because peace is paramount. The culture that has been normalized on TikTok absolutely fascinates me. On one side of the coin, you like it, right? Because you get the real. It's a lot different than an Instagram where people generally focus in on highlights, right? The best part of your day, right? The most expensive cars, the biggest houses. On TikTok, you have people that will take to that social media platform to complain about things, to show the worst parts of their day, right? It's a lot more real, therefore pushes a lot more integrity up onto the posters. But it does have its issues, specifically people oversharing and then that resulting into self-sabotage. How often have we seen people self-snitch on themselves because they want the validation, they want the likes, they want the clout, right? And they're more than happy to talk about their illegal activities, which then will lead to handcuffs. Shout out to the DoorDash girl. Nevertheless, in today's video, we're going to go over yet another TikTok oversharer, right? Who, instead of seeking a therapist for her issues, takes to her social media, specifically her TikTok, and treats her dates like content. She's going to feel the repercussions or the consequences of the type of content that she posts. And due to her post and the backlash that they have received, she scrubbed her profile clean. I meant to do this video yesterday, so I actually downloaded the content. So we're going to go through it right here. But my G's, listen to me. Always avoid women who treat their TikTok like a damn diary or a damn therapy session. Let's get active on this one. Without further ado.
My date just canceled on me tonight because he found my TikTok. And that's really, really unfortunate because this is like the first time where social media has been like a detriment. Not a detriment, but has like negatively harmed me. And it really sucks because obviously, you know, social media isn't always real, and a lot of my videos I'm putting on a personality. Like, I make videos to entertain. By no means is that who I am as a person. And I mean, to be fair, you know, I respect that he was like, you know, just not my taste. But yeah, it really sucks because like we had great conversation and I was like actually like really, really looking forward to it. Yeah, it sucks. That's the downside of doing social media is, you know, everything you post is going to be under scrutiny and a microscope, and it's not going to be everyone's cup of tea. And I think it's really hard for me because I feel so much pressure to be perfect and to be like that, you know, girl that has a perfect life and, you know, everything's so cutesy and just in order. And it's moments like these where I feel like, oh shit, like they're right. Like I'm embarrassing or like I'm cringy or, you know, no one would ever want me. And it's like, it sucks.
I'm sorry. There's just so much bullshit here. And the thing is that you guys are probably looking at my face. It's because I know what she posted that more than likely is what led to the guy not wanting to date her. And I'll show that to you guys in a quick second. But it just never ceases to amaze me that after you face consequences for something that you choose to post, they will still act like the victim. Matter of fact, I'm not even gonna make you guys wait for it. Let's just review. She titles this video, Another Failed Raya Date. If you're unfamiliar, Raya, you can think of it like a Bumble or a Tinder, but its specific audience is those that are already financially successful. I believe the minimum requirement, when you install the app, you also have to send in like your LinkedIn page, so they have to verify that you are as successful as what you say you are. But let's hear her thoughts after another failed date. Quick emergency meeting. I was recently searching for my name online and found way too much personal information, which brought me down this weird rabbit hole of how that could have happened, and found out that there's companies out there called data brokers that will sell your data to marketers, scammers, and even stalkers. And it's a nasty, disgusting feeling knowing that there's bad actors out there selling my information, selling your information for profit. But that's why I'm recommending today's sponsor, Aura. Now, I use Aura to automatically remove my information from these sites and keep my information off, but they do other things as well, such as bank fraud and identity theft alerts, VPN access. But guys, utilize my link down in the description box down below for a 14-day trial. At least see if you've been compromised. Privacy is king in this day and age, and you should know if your information is out there. So again, utilize my link, aura.com/MTR, in the description box down below to try 2 weeks free. That's way more than enough time to see if your personal data has been exposed. Go now.
Michael, you're weird. What was that? Okay, you're like 58 years old. You wouldn't shut up about your brother's divorce. There's something wrong with you. When I get there, you're playing shuffleball, and you switched the venue like 3 times. Like, as I'm getting in my car, you text me 3 different addresses of 3 different places. You tell me how much money you have, and you wonder why you're still single. And everyone's like, you gotta get Raya. And you want me to move immediately into your 4-bedroom empty apartment house? I have so many questions. You wouldn't stop touching me. No. Oh my God. Oh, and then your Neiman, you had to buy your Neiman Marcus ornaments off the Christmas tree from the store as they were going out of business, and you paid a pretty penny for all the ornaments on the tree on display on a 10-foot tree. You just had to have all the Neiman Marcus ornaments, and you want me to come into your house and decorate your Christmas tree. Sir, I just met you. I'm not gonna live in your house. And he asked me he hopped in my car after we had dinner at the steakhouse and wanted me to drive him 30 feet to his car. And he leaned in for a kiss, and I said, ooh. And he said, oh, okay, I see how it is. I said, sorry, I just don't really do that on the first date. He said, oh, okay, I get it.
So now, I wasn't there, so I'm not going to try to defend the young man based off of the things that she's talking about, because she just admitted in the previous clip that she tells things or does things in a way for content. So who knows what actually happened, or how much that she stretches the truth in order to play in this realm of emasculinization of men for content, which the embarrassment of men, or talking about how ill-capable men are, seems to be the modern woman gold standard for content creation today. Whether or not it's random girls up on TikTok or an Akash Singh's wife, they just cannot help but try to embarrass or embellish these stories to point towards how men are just so inadequate for these average at best women. But my guess is that your new Raya date that you were so upset about, that didn't want to continue on dating you after having a good conversation with you, he went to your media, you left it up because you're brazen in nature. He took a look at it and said, as a man that is successful, why would I want to go on a date with a young woman where I am risking becoming content? You essentially confirmed one of his worst fears. TikTok is like a social contagion, and many of these women that don't give a F about your privacy will utilize TikTok as a public toilet for their deepest thoughts and their worst decisions, while trying to convince other women of their bullshit, while trying to sell it as entertainment. Meanwhile, never realizing that one of the most important facets of a masculine man is your ability to keep private. And you more than proved that you can't, because even after he turned down the date, you still ran to the internet to talk about it. So he's right. But let's keep listening to the original video now that y'all have more context.
Scrutiny and a microscope, and it's not going to be everyone's cup of tea. And I think it's really hard for me because I feel so much pressure to be perfect and to be like that, you know, girl that has a perfect life and, you know, everything's so cutesy and just in order. And it's moments like these where I feel like, oh shit, like they're right. Like I'm embarrassing or like I'm cringy or, you know, no one would ever want me. And it's like, it sucks because you've found my social media first before actually getting to know me. And if you actually knew like the real me, you would be like, wow, like there's something special about you.
Oh gosh. The psychology here is so interesting. Ma'am, you're correct. What you've posted and what he saw is in fact embarrassing and cringy. You then trying to earn victim points by posturing that you will forever be alone is through your own doing. It's nobody else's. How about you recognize your bad behavior for what it is and how you should not be posting about your dates like this? Take accountability and stop doing it. You do not deserve any sympathy points for an action or behavior that you continuously do. By the way, there was a lot more cringy videos in that, but she looked like she scrubbed her entire profile before I got to more downloading.
I'm not here to convince anyone that I'm special. I think the right person would just know that immediately and, you know, want to get to know me first without painting a picture of me based on my profile. But that's life. That's life. We all judge a book by its cover. And like, whether we realize it or not, we all judge people when we don't really know someone based off of their socials, you know? I mean, it's human nature. But yeah, no, it really sucks. So yeah, just wanted to share that, you know, social media isn't all sunshine and rainbows, and yeah, it definitely sucks. But I just have to trust in God that maybe just have peace with it, you know, and that what's not meant to be won't miss you. But yeah, that sucks. For anyone who finds my social media and does not know me, get to know me first.
No! God, please, no! No!
And then you can judge me. How about that?
No.
We've never gone on a date before. This would have been the first time meeting. But yeah.
Yeah, whatever. I can only hope that he canceled maybe 5 minutes before this. Like, in order to make you pay for your indiscretions. But no, don't listen to her, nor any woman that doesn't want you to look at her digital footprint, the way that she conducts herself, her actions, and they make it try to seem like that's not them or that like that's just some pseudo figure. No, it's still their thoughts, feelings, their actions, and they're okay with the public seeing it, and they're okay with trying to monetize it. Never. That's why it was so important for me during the Pop the Balloon era to go through these women's digital footprints. How dare you come up on here looking for a relationship when I can see your sphincter on the internet? For everyone to see, where I can see you popping your ussy in white boy frat houses on your profile. But you over here looking for a relationship. You liar. You're looking for a come up. You're looking for an insurance plan. You're looking for a man to use. Well, anyway, I'm done with this woman right here. Let's get into some more thoughts of women utilizing social media incorrectly.
So I love TikTok so much. And I feel like it's such a platform for, one, us oversharers, two, just to also connect with people who truly understand you. And this is like the fine balance that I struggle with, because it's like, I want to tell everybody everything and I want to be relatable because I am relatable. I've been through so much that I think people don't talk about enough of like the stuff that they've been through. But then it's like this fine line of my life has moved on from that. But then you're like, oh, are people going to view it and be like, oh my God, she's harping on it. She's stuck on it. She's this and that. Where like, I'm not stuck on anything. I actually just feel like a lot of the stuff I went through is really relatable and I've moved past all of that. but just like connecting with people and helping them get past it and get through it is where I'm like, yeah, I need to share my story because I feel like everybody can relate. I don't know. Then I go through this like phase of like, I don't care what I post. I'm just going to post the content because who cares about like what anybody says?
So essentially, you're just doing this in order to get attention. Oh man, understanding the mindset of why it is that some people are incentivized to do something. I'm telling you guys, it always fascinates me. This ritualistic validation cyclone that you're currently in. And it's like, when does it ever stop? When do you seek happiness or fulfillment through not just the blurting out of bullshit that you're currently going through? Using TikTok as your therapist. You should be doing that in private in front of a trained professional, but go off. But if I'm dating you, I'm gonna go up here and take a look at what you go through. You know what I'm saying? And I will judge relentlessly.
Every time you overshare, you hand someone a weapon they didn't have. I'm telling you this from experience. Oversharing is one of the worst habits you can fall into. You think you're just being open, but not everyone who listens wants the best for you.
True.
Some people collect your stories so they can twist them later. Now look, I'm not saying don't trust anyone. I'm saying not everyone needs to know everything about you.
The importance of privacy.
Keep some things between you and your Lord, between you and the people who've earned it, and who you genuinely trust. And protect yourself by not oversharing. Because when you overshare to the wrong people, you hand them a weapon they didn't have.
Come on. This is why masculine men stop at nothing to protect
you genuinely trust
the information of their lives, because someone could be standing at the other side of the gate with an axe of something that you let them know. Now, there are some dudes out there that will look at her original profile, right? The way that she was framing the conversations and would look at it like an obstacle. Either those dudes are just weak, simp, pathetic dudes, or they only want her for a short time anyway. But I would say that the Raya guy that said no to her is probably looking for something real. Therefore, he prioritizes a woman's ability for privacy. Because at the end of the day, it's on the surface, it might look entertaining or harmless to some, but it creates a real risk, right, to your reputation and even your safety, right? I'll never forget the day that I was diagnosed with cancer. I came up onto this platform and I released a video. My father saw that video later on and he wanted me to remove the video. Why? Without him being here to explain it, I'll try to summarize it for you. It was for this exact same reason. People understanding that I'm going through a major health crisis can be utilized as a weapon against me. And there are some people out there that absolutely will utilize what I was going through as ammo for themselves, which, they have the right to do whatever it is that they want to do. But generally, those people cultivate audiences that believe that same thing. So if that's the audience that they want to cultivate, have at it. It's not my type of audience. But nevertheless, the reason that I didn't is because I prioritize letting men know about the importance of their health, of checkups, over the potential of an enemy utilizing that information against me. Trying to explain that to him because, he's my father at the end of the day. He's just worried about protection of me, not none of y'all. And that's no disrespect to my audience, but that's all as a father he cared about. Whereas as his son, I had other cares or things in mind. So it was my decision to release that information, knowing the potential risk for my G's out there. If you're choosing to date these women and they have a proclivity to or utilize social media as content of your life, just understand that privacy is king because peace is paramount. All right, guys, those are my thoughts in regards to this video. I appreciate you for continuing to rock with me. Shout out to Aura for sponsoring this video. We're going over a whole piece of content about privacy. Y'all already know I can't go without talking about Aura. Right, utilize my link down in the description box down below to get 2 free weeks to see if your private information has been exposed on these public websites. Go right now. All right, this is the holiday season. Them scammers is out there, baby. All right, go down now. At least see if your information has been exposed. I appreciate you guys. I love you. And I'll catch you in the next one. Until next time. Peace.
She belongs to the street.
Girl, don't hold my hand. You a mattress actress on the OnlyFans. Get your money, girl, but damn, how is that your only plan? What you gonna do when you get too old to strip and dance? Get up out your echo chamber, screaming period and yes. You a low down dirty woman if you try to get knocked up by a high value man.